Hello friends, welcome to the tutorial series on Jest from Software Testing Help. As part of the agenda, we will cover debugging options in Jest. We'll see how you can use the native node-based debugger in Chrome browser inspector, and we'll also see how you can add a debug configuration in the Visual Studio Code editor itself to debug the tests that are written using the Jest framework. So let's get started. So I have a simple node-based project which has a jest dependency added, which can be done by using the command npm install jest, and we have added a test script which just uses the jest command with watch all. I have written a sample calculator function here, which is nothing but basic math operations like sum, divide, multiply, etc. And we have finally written a test for this which uses this module called mathhops that we have exported from our function, and write simple tests here which call methods from this imported module. So now to illustrate the concept of debugger, we will first see how you can use the native node-based debugger. To do that, you need to insert the debugger command wherever you want to have your test execution stop so that you can debug the state of objects, etc. So now once you have added this debugger command here, you can go to the Node.js official troubleshooting page and copy this command here, which is node inspect breakpoint command. And what it does is attaches node debugger wherever it finds this debugger command in the test. So once you have added this debugger command here, simply run this command which attaches the node debugger. You can see that it's giving output as debugger listening. It has created a WebSocket on which it has started a debugger. Let's open a Chrome window here and navigate to Chrome Inspect. You can see that it's showing a remote target, which is nothing but the debugger that we have started. Let's click on Inspect and see both of them side by side. So now we'll expect our debugger to hit at this breakpoint here. I'll just click play. And you can see that now our code execution has stopped at this debugger endpoint and it's showing the call stack, watch, etc. Now let's see if we can move ahead. Like I want to go to next function call, and now I want to move inside the function. You can see that now I am inside the math operations, and if I want to see the values that were passed from test were 3 and 4, you can see that this is what we had passed. And move out, and let's see the value val to be 7 and click next. And now since we don't have any other debugger endpoint or break command, our tests have moved ahead and they all have passed. So that's how you can use node-based debuggers along with Visual Studio Code. So another approach to use debugger along with the Visual Studio Code editor itself is to use a debug launch configuration. In order to do that, you can simply go to this run debug options here, go to this run configuration and click on add configuration. You'll see that it opens a launch.json with some pre-filled data. What you need to do is go to the Jest troubleshooting page again and copy this launch configuration from this page and simply replace the launch configuration here. Let's save it. So once you save, you'll see that this name has now changed to debug.debug.jest. And now in order to debug, what you can do is, let's remove this old debugger command that we had added, and let's try adding breakpoints here. So this is how you add a breakpoint. Simply hover over the line number and a red dot will appear, and click on that and it will add a breakpoint here. Similarly, we can add a breakpoint inside our method as well. So suppose I want to add a breakpoint here, x plus y or x minus y, suppose, and let's try running this test, and we will expect our test to stop at the breakpoint that we have added. So I'll click run here, and you can see that our test execution has stopped at the breakpoint that we had added. Now let's click next to go to next breakpoint, and you can see that we are now in our main function under test, which is the sum function, and it has value of return x and y. You can hover on these values and see what were the values that were passed from test, and if I click next, it will go to next breakpoint, and we can see that our tests have all passed. So that's a more easier way to do debugging rather than attaching a debugger and then opening the Chrome inspector and validating there. Although under the hood it's also using the same node debugger, but this makes it easier to debug the test within the editor itself. So that's it for this tutorial. Thank you.